That's it. Hello and welcome to another video, and this is how big can you get without steroids. If that comes as a surprise to you, I'm sorry, but you probably clicked on the wrong video, in which case you need to maybe invest in a bigger monitor, or perhaps just like zoom in low so that the things, the screen's really big so that it's clear what you're clicking on. However, don't click off the video now. Obviously carry on watching it, look like you're engaged, maybe give it a like, just to try and cover up your mistake. Obviously I'll keep it to myself. That is until I post it on my Bebo and MySpace account tonight. So anyway, right, how are things going? Things are going fairly well. I'm saying like 7.5 out of 10. Not amazing, could be going better, but they're not going badly, no? So in terms of weight, this morning I weighed in at 103.1, I think. I was over 103 kilos, which is I think only the second time I've broken that barrier like ever. Before the British Champs last year, I think I had like one day where I was over 103, but I found it really hard to sustain that weight. I think it's about 226 pounds. So I'm hoping, obviously with 1 week left until I go into my big kind of test week, I'm hoping that if I can push things on, maybe I can get up to high 103, maybe even like 104. Getting towards 230 pounds, because I feel like that will put me in a really good position and a good way to finish off this phase. Now, in terms of strength, things are going pretty well as well. I mean, again, it could be better, but considering where I am, I'm pretty pleased. I'm basically coming to the end of this training cycle now, so I'm in what you would call like an overreaching phase. I'm at the point where I'm kind of doing more than my body can really handle, so I'm feeling a bit crap. But the idea is obviously when I then deload, you get that kind of super compensation, and I should be absolutely flying. This week I've gone for, the plan was to hit some heavy doubles. So I went for a squat double at 245 kilos, which is like 540 pounds. And I got it. I mean, the second rep is undoubtedly the longest squat rep of my entire life. Like, I haven't timed it, but it felt like I was there for about 5 minutes. It was so slow, it was unreal, but I got it done. And I mean, that's by far the best thing I've ever done. I mean, in terms of squats, obviously my single is a lot more than that, but I'm kind of, I do like sets of 3 and sets of 4 and sets of 5, but I've never really done heavy doubles. So for me, the jump from my like 2 or 3 rep max up to my single will be quite a big jump. So to get that for a double, I think, fingers crossed, bodes pretty well. The only downside was that second rep, the longest grinder of all time, kind of killed my deadlift. So I started warming up for my deadlift. I knew I wasn't feeling great, to be fair, but I tried to be positive and stick with the plan. The plan was to get 290 kilos, which is like 640 pounds, get it for a double. I kind of knew in the back of my mind it wasn't going to happen as soon as I started warming up, because my hamstrings were still sore. It was a combination of, like I said, the kind of overreaching thing, and that squat grinder definitely took it out of me. So I got it for a single. It wasn't a great single, but I got it, and then I put it down and I thought, you know what, there's no point pushing it, so I'm going to leave it there. And I mean, to be honest, deadlift is for me the lift that benefits most from some rest, you know. So obviously when I test it by itself without a squat before it, and when I get a bit of a deload, I'm pretty confident that hopefully I can hit something big there. And then finally for bench press, I am going to hit a double tomorrow. The plan is to go for 165 kilos, 363 pounds or so I think it is. But I can't film it because we're going up to Leeds tomorrow, so you're going to have to just picture me doing it. It's going to look a bit like this. I'll be like here, and then I'll like do that, and then I'll probably wait for a second, and I'll just do this again, and then I'll probably do that, and then that'll probably be it. So that's exactly what it will look like. And then finally, in terms of hypertrophy stuff, I could sit here and talk to you about how my hypertrophy stuff is going, but let's face it, it's more fun just watching it. So I'm going to show you now some footage from earlier on today where I did some back and biceps. I'd like you to gauge my hypertrophy progress on a scale of 1 to 10. No pressure, but if you don't rate me at a 9.5 or above, you will be immediately blocked from the channel. So sweet. I'm quite pleased with the progress on that front. And talking specifically of one aspect of that, my pull-ups, it's pretty cool. So obviously, whereas before I only focused on my strength in the squat, bench and the deadlift, which is obviously all that matters really, it has been quite fun, like trying to get stronger in the other lifts, because like I said, pull-ups for example, when I wasn't doing them before, I could do maybe like 10, 11, 12 or something like that, but now I did like 24 in a row today, which is pretty cool considering I'm talking about like full dead stop pull-ups, like wide, thank you, wide grip. It's quite cool, you know, so I might become maybe like a calisthenic guy, like one of those dudes. I might just hang out at like a little playground, just doing like weird monkey bars, and like go on the little, you know, the weird little springy chair that kids go on that goes like this. You're like, oh my god. I might just start doing that all the time, maybe full time. I think that is an Olympic sport, so I'll look into that. Anyway, let's talk about food. Even though this is not a food-based video, I know what you guys are like, you little bloody perverts, so I'm gonna show you some food. I'm hungry. We got some of this, which is leftover spaghetti bolognese with some melted cheese on there. I'm gonna eat some of this right now, because I know that some of you will be saying, eat it, I want to see you put it in your mouth. So, for you weirdos, hello. Very good. And then, because let's face it, that is not going to cut it for a solo meal. I've also got, in the oven right now, some part-baked bread, which when it's done, I'm going to combine with probably some of this, like cheese, not beef because I've had loads of that, like chorizo, ooh, halloumi. What does a halloumi go with in terms of meat? I can't really have a chorizo, that'd be weird, wouldn't it?
Alright.
I'll come back to you. And here we go, mystery solved. I went for chorizo, ketchup and cheese in the end. And I did not plan on making loads of mini sandwiches, but the freaking bread broke. So thanks a lot, whatever idiot made that, whatever stupid baker made this bread. It's a good sandwich. So I've eaten the spaghetti. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna make a milkshake, or Sarah's will, with that stuff. That's like a trademark, making milkshakes. I'm gonna trademark making cake, but making milkshakes is like, what do you say, top 4 trademarks?
You're just talking rubbish.
Top 3. Top 3. Yeah, but I'm not gonna film that because some things are best left private, you know? Right. I'm gonna go. Also, well, before I go, Sarah's very pregnant now, so if at any point I just stop making videos for a bit, it's because she's gone into labour and I've got a baby, alright? So bear with me, but I'll be back at some point. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you tomorrow.